Hey everyone, today Peter denies Jesus. Meanwhile, Peter was below in the courtyard. A woman, one of the high priest's servants, approached and saw Peter warming himself by the fire. She stared at him and said, "You were also with Jesus the Nazarene." But he denied it, saying, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand what you're saying." And he went outside to the outer courtyard. A rooster crowed. The female servant saw him and began a second time to say to those standing around, "This man is one of them." But he denied it again. And a short time later, those standing around again said to Peter, "Well, you must be one of them, because you're also a Galilean." But he cursed and swore, "I don't know this man you're talking about." At that very moment, the rooster crowed a second time. Peter remembered what Jesus told him, "Before the rooster crows twice, you'll deny me 3 times." And he broke down, sobbing. So we all think that there are things that we would never do until we do them. And if we do have a moral failure, we'll say, "Well, I'll never do that again." Right? We tend to think that we have this kind of inner firewall that keeps us from crossing certain lines or boundaries. But the truth is, we don't, none of us. And especially when we're at our worst, we're more likely to step over those lines. And Peter was so confident just hours before, right? "If I must die alongside you, I won't deny you," he said back in verse 31. And at the time, I really don't think he was lying. I think he really believed that about himself. Sometimes we're in denial about ourselves and what we are capable of. And sometimes it doesn't take much, right? Who puts Peter's faith to the test here? A teenage servant girl who's just kind of pointing out his accent. And when we're in denial about these things, look at how quickly it progresses. Right? First, we play it off. "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, whatever." And then we want to emphasize our own honesty, right? "I swear, I don't know what you're talking about. I promise." And then finally, we get so defensive that we get angry, right? "I don't know the man." It's shocking what we'll do to protect and justify ourselves. And if we're so quick to do that, what about Jesus? Is Christ as quick to give up on us? No, of course not. He knows our hearts even when we're in denial about them. He knew what Peter was like, and so that's how he could predict this. As 2 Timothy says, "If we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot deny himself." Christ can't deny who he is, and he can't deny us as part of him. And so whatever we've done to deny Christ, whether it's in word or in our actions, you are not your worst mistake. God doesn't define you by them, so you shouldn't either. Whatever that is, whatever you think is in the way, lay it at the cross and let Jesus redeem it.